Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be building a jig, a mold for an acoustic guitar. Uh, Pretty much necessary to build one. So I'll be taking you through the steps on how to make one. Thanks for joining me and let's get started. So as you can see here, I got plans for a dreadnought guitar. And it comes from this book by Jonathan Kincaid. I hope I spelled that correctly. It's got tons of information, how to build the mold, how to make templates, pretty much everything you need to know, how to attach the sides, how to do your own inlays. It's got pretty much everything you need to know on how to build a guitar, and he goes into detail on how to do these things, so really recommend it. Good book. Alright, so first step is going to be tracing out from the plans the shape of the mold. So what I'll be doing is going from the middle here and just tracing out the line using parchment paper. Parchment paper is nice because you can easily see through it. But be careful not to move the paper out of position. There we go. God damn. Try to avoid this. Okay, so next step, take your tracing, put it up onto your board, and then rub the pencil into the wood. So obviously you're going to put the pencil line face down so that the graphite gets transferred onto the plywood. By the way, the plywood that I'm using is 3/4, so it gives a nice. So there you go. So now we got a perfect line that we can use to guide us. Next step is to go to the bandsaw. What kind of saw makes the most music? A band saw. What machine keeps the best time? A drum sander. So as you can see here, I've made a template out of 1/4 inch MDF, and below I have my 3/4 inch plywood, which will be my mold. So basically I'm using the 1/4 inch as a pattern to cut out my plywood, which will be used in the mold. So now I just need to install my flush cutting router bit and we'll get to work. Here we go. So as you can see, I cut my blocks at 3 1/16 high, and we'll be laying them across in 1-inch increments. And here's what's important. Let me zoom you in here. So actually that's not a good angle. So the edge here of the block needs to be completely flush with the edge of your mold. That way your sides will have something to lay against. So yeah, now it's just a matter of measuring between each blocks, and you can either glue them in place or screw them. It doesn't matter. I'll probably be gluing the first few blocks and then screwing the rest in. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and screwed all my blocks together. So it should look like this. And as you can see, all the blocks are flush on the bottom and the top. And the way I accomplished this is I glued the bottom side. You can see the extra glue there. You can screw it also, but I decided to glue it. And then to get the top side flush, I just pushed in or out the block to line it up with the plywood here. And then once you've got it lined up flush, drive your screw in, and that will be 1/2 of the mold. Leave the end blocks, both of them, a little longer, perhaps 2 inches longer, 1.5 inches should be fine. And what this will do is, one second, is when we come to put our molds together, we have a place to clamp them together like this, and that way we have one complete guitar mold. So what we'll do is just put in a screw here and a screw there on the bottom, and same on this side, 2 screws, one bottom, one top. Hey guys, so Next step is to draw the curve for the back. We're going to be making a tapered jig to accommodate the back being curved. So I'm going to take a measurement from the inside here where the soundboard is to where the backboard, the inside of the backboard is. So between here and the backboard, we have 3 5/16. So what I'm going to do is come way back here at the back of the guitar and just draw a line on my plan at 3 5/16, like so. And we're going to go from the corner here of the backboard on the inside to my line that I just drew at 3 5/16. So just a small reference line like this, and a small reference line like this. And next step is drawing out the shape. Okay, so I've taped up my parchment paper, and I have my reference line here, reference line there, and what I'll do is I'll go from the corner of the guitar to the end of the guitar and just draw a straight line with my reference line being here, reference line being there. Just draw straight across, boom. And then I'm going to draw this inside curve here all the way to here. So and there we go. Just draw the end of the guitar where it stops. Take that off, we don't need that anymore. And there we go. Next we'll trace this onto a piece of wood, cut it on the bandsaw, smooth it out, and I'll show you how it looks once I'm done. So here I've replicated the curve as well as I could. I might need a little tweaking here, but you're going to use this shape to draw out a second one. Alright, so next step, guys, is to take your template, and we're going to be cutting out both sides to make a guitar shape in one piece of 1/4 inch plywood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp this, take my router and go completely through, and then after that I'll just flip this around, line it up nice, clamp it, do the same on the other side, then we'll have a cutout shape. So let's do that. So here it is all clamped up. As you can see, the plywood is slightly curved, which is what we want. And leave a bit of room between your brace and the outline here, because we want the guitar body to slide into this hole, and if this is too narrow, it won't fit. And if that happens, well, then what we can do is sand this out That way we can slide this over the sides. There it is, all assembled. There's the tracing jig with the nice curve. So basically this goes over top like that, obviously without all the clamps. So you're going to use this to trace out your sides, as I explained before. And the mold is attached, well, the two molds are attached to make one using these 3 screws on either side. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know on how to make your guitar mold. And 2 spots to be careful is here at the front and the back. Make sure these are nice and flat. You don't want any humps, bumps, dips, whatever. You want those 2 halves to align. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.